Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. For this video we'll be going through a unboxing of a Brothers War draft pack. And the Brothers War's the latest theme and the last theme for 2022 for Magic the Gathering. So to wrap up the Brothers War, I thought for the sake of discussion I will go get a draft booster. And the particular place I picked up the draft booster, or in this case the draft pack, basically it had this little pack with 3 draft boosters, which generally worked out to be cheaper than buying 3 individual boosters. So I thought, you know what, I'll just get the draft pack, it'll get me a draft booster, and I can just do some shorts from the rest. So here we are. So Brothers War draft pack. Now don't believe this is for retail everywhere, so you may or may not see it, but it does seem to be pretty efficient cost wise. So front of the draft pack, it is in a bit of a nice little cardboard box, so I will admit I do quite like the look of that. And on the back, just a bit of a blurb about the Brothers War and what's included. So each booster is basically 15 cards, and there will be 3 of them. So now that we've had a look at the box, I guess the next thing to do is to pretty much open it and actually look at a draft booster. So inside the fancy little box, which is no longer so fancy, 3 draft boosters. Take 2 away. I'll open them at some other time. So front of a draft booster, so it's the same artwork here. I've mentioned in one of the previous videos. It's actually very nice that for each of the items for Brothers War, they didn't use the exact same piece of art on the front. So each of the boosters have a different piece of art. The bundle boxes something different, and the commander decks, for what they are also a bit different. So that's very nice. It wasn't as unifying, but it was nice to have something different. So that's the front of the booster, the back of the booster, which is pretty much the same. Won't go through the statistics of the boosters. That's okay. So, in terms of booster and 15 cards, I don't know, is it just me? Do they not make these ones to be durable? Pretty much just been destroyed in front of my very eyes. Okay, so 1, 2, well, no cabinet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So the secret layer card, oh, is a Thopter in disguise. So 15 cards, but I counted 16. Makes me wonder if the secret layer card is not supposed to be a thing. But it is clearly a Thopter. Anyway, let's go around. Now, interestingly enough, looking at the very bottom of the cards, these are very much what I would expect in terms of the Brothers War theme set. So I have mentioned it once before. I've been a bit confused, and I know there's one card here, so this is a good example. The card style has gone completely different, but I don't know why. Otherwise, everything else is actually for the Brothers War. Okay, quick look through what we got in this draft booster. Milestones animation, conscripted infantry. So there'll be a few commons, no doubt. Rust Goliath. Reminds me of some of the things out of War Machine. A Goring Warplow. That does look kind of cool. Definitely reminds me of War Machine. Military Discipline, Wing Commander, Trench Stalker, I feel like we've seen this one before, Combat Courier, that looks really cool. I like that. Blitz Automation, that also looks really cool as well. So far we're all still in the Brothers War. Everything pretty much has still been a common. First uncommon, Flow of Knowledge. Bushwhack. Obstinate Baloth. 3 uncommons so far. 1 rare. Has Story Spotlight on it, so this one's clearly something a bit interesting. Soul Partition. Exile target non-land permanent. For as long as that card remains exiled, its owner may play it. The spell cast by an opponent this way costs 2 more to cast. Interesting. That's rare. Astral Cornucopia. Once again, I'm actually not too sure what this specific art style is referencing. Basic land card, which does look very nice. And as we saw at the beginning, the Thopter, because that was the secret layer card in reverse. So, not a bad opening of a draft booster. Yeah, at some point in time I'm just going to have to go through and try and really get my head around some of the card styles. Because I was expecting all the cards that I've seen to always have the, just use Trench Stalker as an example, obviously have a lot of that labeling down at the bottom. So 287 cards, Brothers War, I'm assuming Ian is for English. Yeah, so was pretty much expecting to see that. I think the commander decks have been more like this, where it's the different bottom bit, which I suspect is probably for another Magic card deck that's probably been recently done. But as I mentioned in some commentary on my Instagram account with the second commander deck I went through, hopefully between now and the next theme coming out I'll try and really sit down and relearn a bit of Magic. So at least at some point in time I can maybe actually look at a few things and go, hey, I actually know what's going on. But yeah, that'll be in the future. So that brings us to an end of the basically opening a draft booster for the Brothers War. Now there are 2 more left. But I won't go through proper full-length videos. I'll probably just do them as short. So who knows? I'm sure there's a few people out there who actually quite enjoy just quickly watching a short video of people opening boosters. There is a certain novelty about it. Obviously to see what type of luck people have with certain cards as well. Thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account, and there's a link to that in the description below. Stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in a future video, which will probably not be Magic the Gathering. See ya.